You know, I've once said to some people offline that to be a social justice warrior, a good social justice warrior, you have to have really no empathy whatsoever. You have to lack the ability to have real empathy. Because to be a true social justice warrior, you have to be able to look at anything in the world and just be able to scream how misogynistic it is, how racist it is, or how it's wrong to you, or how it wrongs you in some way, even though it might not affect you. You have to be able to do this while also turning around and doing the exact same thing you bitch about to other people. You have to be able to turn around and complain and be racist or sexist or whatever ist you want to put onto it to another group of people and be able to justify yourself. Which means you have to lack a certain set of empathy. And lo and behold, that is completely true today. As soon as I saw the original video uploaded by Monday Matt this morning, I believe it was this morning, about the horrific murder of a woman that was posted on 4chan, I immediately, and I hate myself for this, but I immediately thought, how long is it going to take for Anita Sarkeesian or Brianna Wu or Zoe Quinn to come out and claim how this is immediately connected to Gamergate because it has the words 4chan attached to it in some fashion? Well, surprisingly enough, it didn't take that long. It took less than a day for this to happen. And I have a feeling I'm not going to be the only person who talks about this today, and in all honesty, I don't care. Normally, I'm not someone who wants to overdo a subject or do a video about something that someone else has already uploaded or that has been explained or covered quite well. I don't want to be that person, but this is one I honestly think that needs to be out there, that people need to look at, that people need to think about. Brianna Wu, not that long ago, really not that long ago, posted or tweeted this article, or tweeted a link to the article on Jezebel about this police investigation, and immediately tied it to Gamergate and tied it to herself, which really shows no empathy on Brianna Wu's part. You have a family out there, a family of children, a family of children who are currently mourning the loss of their mother, of police who are still chasing down a guy who committed the crime. They already know who he is and they're going after him. You have this going on. This family is out there mourning the death of their mom, and you have a social justice warrior, Brianna Wu, come out and immediately tie it to herself and immediately say, hey guys, it's not so important that the woman is dead. It's important about how this can relate to me and my issues and my troubles. How does this relate to me? That's what we need to focus on. We don't need to talk about how horrific it is that some asshole went out and killed a woman, took pictures of her, and posted it on 4chan to gloat about it. No, that's not important. It's important to focus on how this affects me as Brianna Wu, how this is tied to me, and it just shows just how dangerous my life is because I've gotten threats on the internet. I have to ask, even though I know for a fact, or I'm pretty damn sure, that Brianna Wu will never see this video, I still have to ask, did you happen to think, even for half a second, before doing this tweet, before doing this, did you happen to think about how this isn't related to Gamergate? It came on 4chan, not 8chan. And you spent your entire time going up against people like Hot Wheels on Huffington Post and talking about how 8chan is the scum of villainy, the hive of villainy, not 4chan. 4chan, Moot is behind the social justice warriors. Did you happen to think about any of that? Did you happen to think about what this would look like to the family if the family happens to come across this tweet? Did you happen to think about that at all? Did this cross your mind? I'm dumbfounded. I'm really goddamn dumbfounded. And then I look through the comments or the retweets, and the only people who happen to call her out on this seem to be people from 8chan. None of her fans, none of her followers that aren't 8chan users, from what I can tell, are sitting here saying, hey, Brianna, seriously, what the fuck? What the serious fuck right now? Are you really doing this? Are you really taking the horrific death of a woman and turning it for yourself? Is this another cry for attention from Brianna Wu? Is this really your true colors? Are your true colors as a feminist to come out and take the death of a woman and use it to your advantage? Is that really what feminism is about at this point? Is that what we should see and think when we go, man, what is feminism? Oh, it's using the suffering of other women to benefit yourself. Which, honestly, I've seen that in a lot of the social justice warriors. They take the suffering of other women, whether it affects them or not, and they go, oh, no, it's all about me. This is just by far the worst example I've seen of this to date. It really is. I feel horrible for the family who lost their mom today. I feel horrible for them. I feel even worse now that they're being used as a tool to further the narrative of a woman online who wants to just deride and destroy an entire community of gamers. I feel worse because of that. I really do. I honestly hoped, and even though I'm not a very religious person anymore, I hoped and prayed that with this, I would have been surprised and I wouldn't have seen someone like Brianna Wu come out and do something like this. I expected it. I knew it was going to end up happening, but I had hoped it wouldn't. I really fucking did. Just the fact that this is so unempathetic to the family itself. People never cease to amaze me. They never really do cease to amaze me. I'll admit, I'm an asshole. I am a downright asshole. There's no getting around it. When it comes to the internet, I am a complete asshole. But never would I do something of this sort. Never would I go off and take someone else's death and turn it to benefit me somehow. I would never do that. 294 retweets, 174 favorites. Internet, you've let me down again, man. Jesus Christ. I don't know. That's it, guys. That's all I've got to say on this. It's pathetic. It is horrendous. Brianna Wu should feel horrible about this. She really should. She should feel horrible for doing this. If the tweet would have came out and said, hey, guys, this happened today. If you have any information about the person who's attached or the person who committed this horrendous crime, here's a number. Please feel free to call. If you happen to know anything about it, contact the Port Orchard Police Department in Washington. But no, if she would have done that, if it would have just been a simple tweet, signal boosting it and saying, guys, we are the internet. This is global. We can get the information out there to so many people. I have so many followers. I have so many supporters. I could have used this to help bring closure and justice to this by having my followers that might know something about it, that might see this guy driving around, be able to call in and inform the police, actually been able to give some form of information and try to help bring the guy in. If it would have been something of that sort, I'd have been, kudos, Brianna Wu, congrats. I can appreciate that, but to see this kind of tweet, it's disgusting. It is downright disgusting. This is just as bad, if not even worse, than the times that I've complained about YouTube whores using death and suffering to profit and make money and ad revenue. No, I honestly think this might just be worse than that, because this is someone trying to forward their agenda. The others were just greedy. This person is just unempathetic and just really wants to forward their agenda and their narrative by using other people's suffering. And I am done. I just don't. I don't even know, guys. I'm done.